On this hillock of Cişmigiu Park in February 1990, Elder Russell M. Nelson from the Quorum of the 12 Apostles offered the dedicatory prayer for spreading the restored gospel in Romania. And he said, "Wilt thou hasten the day when thy missionaries and members may unveil thy glorious message to sons and daughters of this great nation?" And indeed, this message began to be revealed in the fall of the same year, 1990, by the first 8 humanitarian missionaries sent by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints to help the work in orphanages and hospitals. They got involved deeply in teaching the educators and social workers the modern principles of psychology and medical education. They organized as well the distribution of all humanitarian aid sent by the Church and the members of the Church from Europe. Unable to fulfill alone this task, they involved the Red Cross from Romania. These missionaries were the couple Alvin and Barbara Price, Harold and Enid Davis, Reed and Dorothy Fife, and sisters Beverly Cutler and Virginia Bruse. These 8 humanitarian missionaries were part of the Austria-Vienna mission, with Elder Dennis B. Neuenschwander as mission president. Their work was closely supervised by him. Also, Albert Scholz, from the presidency of the European area, helped the work of the humanitarian missionaries. Although President Neuenschwander had his headquarters in Vienna, he used to come often to Bucharest to guide the missionary work and to show his love to the Romanian members. The first 4 full-time missionaries were Christopher Jessup, Ryan Osborne, Raymond Van Wagner, and Dan Peterson. They landed in Bucharest in December 1990 without having any knowledge of the Romanian language. That is why the 3 of them had been transferred from Italy, Padova Mission, taking into account the closeness between the Italian and Romanian languages. They found hard times in Romania at that time, but the hospitality of the Romanian people helped them get accustomed fast to the Romanian life and start their missionary work with enthusiasm and selflessness. On the 24th of March 1991, the first 3 members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Romania were baptized. The baptisms took place in a small house in Bucharest, Stoica Ludescu Street, not far from the Grand Bridge. Carmen Clifton said, "The sky must have smiled on this small group of missionaries and their friends. It was a historical day for the missionary work in Romania. The smiles on the missionaries' faces showed their happiness. After almost 4 months since arriving in Bucharest, their missionary work was crowned by adding 3 Romanian members to the large family of Latter-day Saints. It was a beginning." Octavian Vasilescu was baptized by Alvin Price, the leader of the missionary group at that time. Doina Bialaru was baptized by Brother Stephen Worsley, who came from California and is present here today for our special celebration. Camilla Ionescu was baptized by the missionary Christopher Jessup. The humanitarian missionary sisters were happy too for these baptisms because besides their humanitarian work, they took part actively in the missionary work, sharing of their experiences. In the following 3 months, 22 members were baptized. Immediately in April, the Fulnaru family was baptized. Emilia with her 2 children, Uinuț and Luminița. Later, her other daughter, Adriana, was baptized too. Amelia and Adriana are active members, and they are appreciated by everybody for their love for their neighbors and their strong testimonies of the restored gospel. Uinuț was a missionary, and now he is married and he has a lovely daughter. He is an active member of the church. In 1992, Simona Vasilescu and her 2 children, Vlad and Laura, were baptized. All 3 of them are active in church, and they enjoy many blessings. The happiness of the members is beyond measure with each new baptism. One of the largest and long-time programs organized and started by the 8 humanitarian missionaries was the Special Olympics. Many disabled children had been removed from the darkness, and due to these Special Olympics, there followed other governmental decisions so they could start going to school. It was the first time that in Romania such a special event was organized for disabled children. The mentality of the communist regime was to hide the situations of the handicapped children, leaving them in the dark, far from the public life. Alvin and Barbara Price were confronted with great difficulties in changing this mentality. They had an important part in the organization of these Special Olympics. The full-time missionaries and the members of that time also helped at the organization and development of the Olympics. There were emotional moments that day in June 1991, said a member of the church. There were children who had not seen the sunshine before, and there was such a great happiness on their faces, showing their need to be loved and cared for. A group of young people from the church in Utah, California, came in the summer of 1991 for other humanitarian projects organized by Stephen Worsley. They also sustained the development of the Special Olympics. "We work together for a unique aim" was written on their t-shirts beside the Romanian flag. These young people came later on for several times to Romania, and they were an example of selflessness and love for the needy. Due to these Special Olympics, the unconditional love and help of the church had been known. Many governmental officials mentioned that the effort of the church led to the achievement of this program, said Alvin Price. During the following years, the program was continued by the Romanian institutions. In June 1991, the church in Romania was included in the Hungary Budapest mission, having as mission president James Wild. With a mission president closer to Romania, the missionary work was strengthened even more. President Wild was very close to the members, and he brought a fresh breath of air to the activities of the church. During President Wild's mission, the first group of 8 Romanian members went to the Frankfurt Temple. At that time, to get visas for Germany was conditioned by an official commitment that all members of the group would come back to Romania. President Wild had assumed this responsibility, being confident that the members would not harm the image of the church by not observing this condition. He got involved in all necessary formalities. For the Romanian members, it was an extraordinary experience, which enriched their lives and brought them many blessings. Their covenants made in the temple have strengthened their faith and testimonies. Consuela Iclanu had received the Book of Mormon from a member of the church whom she met occasionally in a hospital in 1972 during the communist period of time. She said that she had put the book in her bookshelf without reading it. Later on, in 1992, when she met the missionaries in Bucharest, she remembered the book. She read it, she prayed, and she was baptized in a month, in November 1992, together with her husband George Iclanu and their children, Madalina and Cristian. All are now faithful members in the church. In 1995, when a group of members went by bus to the Frankfurt Temple, they were sealed as a family. At the same time, Popescu Stilian and his wife, Alexandra, were sealed with their daughter Christina. They all are active members in the church, and they are faithfully serving in different callings. A young couple baptized in the early years of the church in Romania was Sorin and Adriana Ionescu, followed by their son Robert when he turned 8 years old. Their testimonies were always alive, as well as their wish to serve. On July 1st, 1993, a mission was opened in Romania for the first time, with the first mission president, John Moray, who stayed permanently in Bucharest with his wife Barbara among the Romanian members. There was no more need to go to Vienna or Budapest. A new page was opened in the history of the church in Romania. The members felt from the beginning the love, care, and capabilities of President Moray and Sister Moray. They were happy because now there was a mission in Romania. Sister Moray, on a monthly basis, had meetings with the Romanian sisters, showing them how to organize the Relief Society to be more efficient and a support for the priesthood. For a better closeness and warmer atmosphere, the meetings of the Relief Society with Sister Moray and with the missionary sisters were held many times in the sisters' homes, or they were held at Sister Moray's home. The missionaries taught the Romanian members how to use entertainment activities to enrich their knowledge of the gospel. After a competition, who knows better the hymns? Candies and chocolates were won, and the cheerfulness was extreme. The Relief Society was celebrated with multicolored hats made by the members, and there was much fun. In the branch of Sector 5, the youth learned from the missionaries how to dance. Thanksgiving Day was celebrated with pumpkin pie so that missionaries could feel at home. July 1st, 1996, the second mission president, Robert F. Orton, was called to serve in Romania. Because of their great love for the Romanian members, at the end of their mission they could speak Romanian with the members. For a long period of time, John Hill was the first counselor of President Orton. During President Orton's mission, the church in Romania knew a great expansion and development. Many cities in Romania were opened for the spread of the restored gospel. Ploiești, Cluj, Arad, Aradia, Bacău, Sibiu, Constanța, Iași, Deva, Pitești, and others. The image of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints has improved in the public eye in Romania. A team from the Romanian television was sent in 1997 to Salt Lake City to participate at the celebration of 150 years of the Mormon pioneers' arrival in the Salt Lake Valley. And when they came back, for the first time the Romanian people could watch on the Romanian television a good report about the church. In this period of time, President Charles Didier from the Europe area was often in the middle of our members. This change of perception of the public in Romania was also due to press conferences that were held at the opening of the church in each city, and especially after the publication of the Book of Mormon in the Romanian language. At the end of the year 1998, as a Christmas present, the Romanian members received the Book of Mormon fully translated. Many members remember that memorable day when they were present at the mission president's home, and a large box with nicely wrapped and with a very large ribbon was opened by President Orton, and the first volumes of the Book of Mormon arrived from Frankfurt were given to the members. Sister Orton worked unceasingly for the development of the Relief Society Young Women in Primary. The meetings with the sisters were always a time of learning something new. Sister Orton was a great example of faith, dedication, and love. Today, after 20 years, the prophecies and the prayer of Elder Nelson started to be fulfilled. The message of the restored gospel was welcomed, the chosen of the Lord met and were blessed with the salvation ordinances. The saints were prepared for the sealing in the holy temples, and now they pray continuously that this nation become a great citadel of spiritual strength and a beacon for light for the neighboring nations. Every year in February, the members and the missionaries gather here on top of the hill in Cişmigiu Park to remember the dedication prayer for the Romanian land. Each missionary at his or her arrival in Romania visits this place. This little hill was and will remain a symbol for all generations of saints that will follow. Today, March 19th, 2011, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Romania is led by the 6th Mission President James Lundberg and the District President Vasile Doru, who together with their counselors and the branch leaders are working with all their power for the next step in the development of the Church in Romania, step that all members with hope, determination, and effort want to achieve, a stake, and why not a temple in Romania. We all are grateful for the work and love of these leaders whom we love very much. This presentation represents only a small part of the first fruits of preaching the gospel in Romania. The time did not allow a larger presentation, nor pictures were accessible, and we did not intend this either. The work in the church is much more complex. There are a lot of blessings for each one. The members are all special children of our Heavenly Father, and their faith, love, and dedication for the building of God's kingdom surely will lead to the achievement of a stake and a temple in Romania in the near future. It depends only on us.
I am Doina Biolaru, and I want to thank all these wonderful people you have seen who brought the light of gospel into Romania and who work with faith to establish the church here. My daughter Dana and I are happy for all the blessing we receive, and we are grateful for the opportunity to prepare this little presentation.